Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Here we share beginner-friendly coding tutorials on Scratch, Minecraft, Roblox, web programming, and many more. Today we are going to take a look at part 5 of our Advance Obby game. In this tutorial, you will learn on how to make disappearing platforms and also how to make checkpoints in an easy way. So let's get started. Alright, so I have opened up my Roblox file with all the previous obstacles that we have made so far. So the first obstacle I'll be creating in this video would be the disappearing platforms. So disappearing platforms is a type of obstacles which you can find in most of games. So first we're going to design the obstacle course. So in this one, not all parts are going to disappear, kind of flashing. So only few selected platforms would be flashing so that you'll have some time in order to wait till the platform is shown, which you can jump on and then pass through it and jump on to the next platform. So I'm going to place my platforms in a zigzag pattern. So I'm going to click on Part, get a block, and use Scale. And I'm going to make sure that they're anchored. Alright, so now I have designed my platform. So next I'm going to select some of these platforms and rename them into be flashing so that I know that these platforms are the flashing or the disappearing platforms. So I'm going to click on this one and go to View and find Explorer. So I do have a bunch of parts. So I'm going to rename this part as flashing. So I'm going to repeat View. So next I'm going to write a script to make them flash. So I'm going to click on one part or a flashing part and I'm going to add a script into it. So I need to run or make them flash like show hide while the game is running. So I'm going to add a while loop. So while the condition is going to be true, so while the game is running, I'm going to make the transparency of it to be 0. So if the transparency is 0, so that means you can actually see your platform or the platform is visible. Next, I'm going to add in a property which is called can't collide. So I'm going to set that to be true so that when the platform is visible, the player can actually jump onto the platform. So script dot parent dot can't collide is equal to true. So then I'm going to add a wait command or wait method. So I'll show the platform for around 2 seconds and then make it disappear. So 2. And then to make it disappear, I'm going to write script parent transparency is equal to be 1 so that it's totally invisible. And I need to make sure that although it's invisible, like sometimes the player, if I didn't set my can collide property to be false, even if the part is not shown on the screen, you can still stand on that. So I need to make sure that the player falls through once the platform disappears. Otherwise, it will be like, oh, it's magical. Although the platform is disappeared, you can still stand on an invisible platform. So I'm going to make it parent can collide. Sorry, can collide to be false. And then I'm going to add in a wait block and write 2 seconds. So these platforms or these flashing platforms are going to be shown only for 2 seconds and they'll be hidden for 2 seconds. So if you need to make them hidden for a longer time, you can increase this wait block. So the wait time can be around 4 seconds. So they're being invisible for a longer period, but they're visible only for a shorter period. So I have given 2 wait blocks. Now it's the same script for all flashing platforms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this script and then find all the flashing parts. So I'm going to paste into the parts that are renamed as flashing. So paste into. All right. So once I play it, so you can always test it out and see if it is according, like the wait time is according to your liking. If not, you can always change it. So here I can see my parts and I don't see them. So I just need to quickly run and get on to a safer platform. Again, I don't have my platforms here. I need to wait. And then I need to run quickly and jump. And then again, I need to wait. Oh, see? I didn't react quickly, so I didn't run past in order to get into the safe or the non-flashing platform. I just fell down. Luckily, I had a base plate, but in the end, we're going to delete this base plate. All right, so it works now. All right, lastly, I'm going to add my final spawn point. So I'll just paste it. And put it down here. All right, so the final instructions I'll be giving in this video would be on how to make spawn points or working spawn points. So there are 2 ways. One is that you can actually code using Lua and make your checkpoints to work. But there's another way that we can use, which is simple and easy, which is going to be using teams. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my spawn points, starts from here, and I'm going to rename all the spawn points in an order. So this is going to be spawn point. So I'm going to rename it as stage 0. And I'm going to rename this as stage 1. And I'm going to keep renaming them. So you can rename it any way that you like. You can write stage 1 S0 or checkpoint 1, checkpoint 2. All right, so I have renamed my stages in an order. So starting from stage 0, which is at the beginning, and the end is going to be stage 9. Now I'm going to add in the team service. So to find teams, you can click on Model tab on the Roblox Studio, and you'll see on the right corner, you'll see a tab called Service. If you cannot find this, you can just find a tool which has 2 gears. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to add the team service and click on Done. All right, so at the bottom, I do have the teams option for the service. All right, so next I'm going to click on stage 1, and I'm going to change some properties. So on the stage 0, which is the beginning, I'm going to the properties of it, and I'm going to make sure that the neutral is unticked. All right, and then I'm going to add a team color. So each checkpoint would have its own team color. So I'm going to make it to be red. So in order for you to not to get confused of like what is which team color, which is which, so you can always change the color of your platform also. So you can change the team brick color really red. So changing the brick color to match with your team color would make things easier for you. If not, you can always just change the theme color only. All right, so next I'm going to stage 1, which is the next stage here. So I'm going to change the properties. So I'm going to untick the neutral. So make sure that all the checkpoints have the neutral property to be unticked. But except stage 0, all other checkpoints should have the allow team change property to be ticked. So in stage 0, it's unticked, but in stage 1, it's ticked. So I'm going to give a different team color. So it's going to be lime green. So I'm going to change the brick color, also going to be lime green. All right, so I'm going to repeat the same thing. So stage 1. So I'm going to go to the next stage. So again, change the properties. Click on allow team change and untick the neutral. Change the theme color. And then match that. I'm going to repeat the same thing for all other stages. All right, now head to the team folder down here, and then we're going to add teams inside this. So in total, I have 8 checkpoints, 8 spawn points. So I'm going to add 8 teams. So I'm going to click on the plus sign and add 1 team. All right, so now I'm going to rename this part exactly the way that I have renamed these spawn points. So starting from stage 0 all the way to stage 8. So I'm going to rename. So I'll do it one by one. So I'm going to do the first checkpoint, which is stage 0. So I'll rename this to be stage 0. And I'm going to change some properties of this thing. So now if I take a look at the properties of stage 0, the team color is really red. So I'm going to click on stage 0 and change the team color to match with the team color that I have assigned for my spawn points. So stage 0 is going to be white. Sorry, stage 0 is going to be really red. Okay, so the next team would be stage 1. So for stage 1, the team color I have assigned is lime green. So for stage 1, I'm going to make sure the team color is lime green. And starting from stage 1, I'm going to make sure that the auto assignable property is going to be unticked, so that when you fall down, they don't get randomly assigned to another spawn point. But stage 1 should be auto assignable because it's the first spawn point. So I'm going to keep on repeating. So stage 2, all right, and finally I'm going to delete the base plate. There you go. And now we can see how the checkpoints are being updated. So head to play. All right, so here I can see all the stages shown on my screen. So right now I'm on stage 1. So I'll just jump. Now I'm stage 2. And then now if I respawn, so let's say if I jump down, just for testing. Right now I'm stage 1. I have passed stage 1. So let's see. Okay, so I'll get spawned to my last known checkpoint, which is stage 1. So that's all for today. I hope you like this project. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. And also check out the 2 other videos here while you're waiting for the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.